Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. We are woken to the sound of chickens and Wolfie barking as usual. Let's watch out for things and stuff that is out to kill us. I almost had an instinct to kill the chickens because that's what you really want to do in Ultra Hardcore, but we're not playing Ultra Hardcore, we're doing Far Lands or Bust. So let's grab Wolfie and east-west. Head west. Ooh, hello, glitchy chicken. Indeed, woof. Let me get rid of some miscellaneous stuff. Got some skeleton residue over here. Yoink. I don't know why I'm collecting bones, by the way. I just am. Obsessive-compulsive disorder. But yeah, we're back at Far Lands or Bust. We are at 23% of our Child's Play charity fundraiser over at farlandsorbust.com. That's $6,820.79. So thank you very much, everybody who continues contributing. Despite the fact, yes, I know this is probably not the video most of you are waiting to see. I'm still going to do the 20% milestone video. I'm sorry, that's just something that has been put on the back burner as other things keep coming up, but and you know, for those of you who've been with me for a while know that getting to do these IRL videos takes a bit of time for me. I can admit that I'm a little bit hesitant. What do we got? We have a spawner. Sit down, Wolfie. I'm a little bit hesitant. You know, I'm shy and whatnot. So it takes a little bit more energy for me to do these real-life videos. Also, the whole debacle kind of spawner, is it? Ooh, Skeletna. Skeletna! Are there no... Well, I guess the chest would be there. Iron, string, and that. And a saddle. Yeah, I guess there's only one chest. What a ripoff. What a ripoff! Well, that was a quickly disposed of. Let's give them something to think about. So yeah, Wolfie, let's get going. Nice way to start an episode. What was I saying? Yeah, it just takes quite a bit of time for me to get into the mood to do those things, and also the whole thing with the worms. I gotta get more worms and stuff, so if you know television, you should always avoid working with children and animals, and this one I gotta work with animals, so isn't that right, Wolfie? Bah. So, yeah. I'll be doing that before I leave for the SpaceX NASA social thing, which, right as I released the last episode of Far Lands or Bust, where I mentioned it was delayed, and I didn't know when, they actually scheduled it for May 7th. The launch has been rescheduled for May 7th, therefore the NASA social, NASA Tweet Up, has been rescheduled for the 6th and 7th, so I have shifted my plans accordingly. I have everything is refundable and changeable, so that's good. It's still refundable and changeable because it might change. So right now I'm looking forward to heading out there for May 6th and 7th, down to Florida, Kennedy Space Center for that, getting a behind-the-scenes access to another space launch. It'll be awesome. Tomorrow, or today, depending on when this episode comes out, Monday, April 30th, they're going to do a static test firing of the rockets on the launch pad. And what that basically is... Wolfie? Wolfie? There he is. And what that basically is they fire the engines as if they're going to launch, except they keep the rocket pinned to the launch pad and then kind of abort it, kind of as a test abort, just to make sure everything is up and running right. So we'll be watching that with bated breath to make sure everything goes well with that. Because if there are any delays to that, or problems with that, or even if they find some sort of little bit of an anomaly, or the computers aren't quite right, they'll probably push the launch date back again. So, like I said, this is an experimental spacecraft, so they want to get everything right. And it's also the private company SpaceX. This is kind of their tests and trials from NASA in order for them to get qualified to start sending cargo, and then eventually humans to the International Space Station. So, they're going to make sure they have dotted all their I's and crossed all their T's. Indeed. So yeah, there's that. There's a new Fraps, a new version of Fraps out that I'm using. Wolfie was jumping around. A new version of Fraps I'm using that is now, I know I mentioned before, Fraps when you record, or those of you who are familiar, when you record Fraps, it actually splits up the videos into 4 GB sizes. So like a Far Lands or Bust episode would actually be split up into 5 different videos that I have to recombine then in Vegas and re-edit together. This latest version apparently is going to record in a large file, which is a good bad thing. I've heard arguments either way. A lot of people say, oh, if you're recording in 4 GB chunks, if one of those get corrupted, at least you don't lose all your entire recording session. Yeah, I could see that, but if you'll lose a big chunk of your recording session, I would say your entire recording session is blown anyway. So I'm trying this as one file to see what it can do. Hopefully that it doesn't cause any problems. Hopefully this records properly, and we can have happy, fun times here in Far Lands or Bust. I know I was gonna try, maybe in the future I'll shell out some cash for DxTory, which is another kind of Fraps-like software that a lot of people are starting to use, and I'm hearing good things about. I think Doc is using it, and he has good things to say about it, so careful, Wolfie. So I might try that out, but I've had pretty good luck with Fraps. I know some of you have been saying that every few, so often, like once or twice throughout a video, you'll get like a sudden flash where it's like the image is inverted. I don't know what that is. I don't think I see those in my, after I render it to YouTube, or render it to out of Vegas. I don't think that's from that. It might be, holy crap on a stick. That is dangerous. Let's not go that way, Wolfie. Actually, I want to not shoot you. There you go. Wow, it's like a sinkhole. A sinkhole of doominess and endless death and destruction. Not as bad as the dark and magical pit of bottomless destiny, but there's a mushroom down there as well. Alright, let's be careful. Yeah, it's quite jittery, isn't it? We're getting closer to the Far Lands, slightly. What was I saying? DxTory? Fraps. Oh, the flash of like a frame. So I don't know if there's something going on between when I'm uploading it to YouTube, because when I upload it to YouTube, YouTube then reprocesses it for its own format. So it might be happening there, or it might be a Vegas thing. I had problems after I built my new computer with Vegas, getting the right settings right for Vegas. So I don't think it's too distracting, to be honest, so I'm hoping it doesn't keep happening. I might adjust my settings here and there, but right now I think our quality is really good. 720p, good bit rates, fantastical radio voice quality, and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's what I had to go through about that. Kind of as I guess an apology for not having the 20% video yet, I would like to dedicate this video, and I don't know, it might, depending on how long I take to talk about this, it might take 3 days, so this might be an extended video, I'm not sure. I'd like to take this video to answer a bunch of my most frequently asked questions, particularly about YouTube and Let's Plays and, you know, YouTube channels and things like that I get. And I know every YouTuber and every YouTube Let's Player gets these questions. You know, they're, oh, how can I get popular? And, oh, can I play with you guys? Or can I get on this server or that server? Every one of us gets these messages, and I'm going to go through and answer kind of the most frequent ones. And maybe you've asked me these questions before, or sent me a DM and asked me these, or something similar, or maybe you've just been wondering and you want to know. I'm going to say right off the bat that I'm sorry if my answers seem a little blunt or even a little bit mean. I don't mean to be mean, but you have to understand that we get these questions quite a bit, and you know, even though I'm going to make this video and try to answer them to the best of my knowledge, I'm going to still get them every day, you know, inbox full of these types of questions. So if I seem a little bit blunt, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just being very forthcoming and very, you know, I just want to tell you guys how it is. I'll lay it down how it is, guys. No beating around the bush. So that's kind of my attitude towards it. I'm not trying to be a jerk or mean or stuck up or anything like that. That's just the way I'm going to have to answer these questions to be, you know, to be you know, upfront and blunt. I'm hoping you guys can handle that. I hope you guys are fine with that. let me do that, but let me sleep, and then I will begin the answers and questions, although strike that, reverse it. The questions and answers when the sun rises the next morning. Woof! And awakeness. And let's start answering these questionsness. Indeedness. Oh, indeedness, yes. This random stick. Let me make a torch out of it. Boop. All right, let's get going. The first question that we get a lot, it comes in many forms, but it boils down to somebody will ask, how do I get big on YouTube? Or how did you get big on YouTube? Or questions like that. First of all, oh, careful, Wolfie. Oh God, this terrain. Somebody's been here. This isn't normal. No, that's normal. That happens all the time. Leaf blocks spawn where they shouldn't, and then they despawn when the tree can't. They're not close enough to the wood to sustain themselves. But yeah, how do you get big on YouTube? First of all, I don't particularly think I have a very big channel. I have under 50,000 subscribers. I know it's good, and I'm happy of the success I've had so far, and I'm working very hard at it, believe me. But there are far, far bigger, quote-unquote, channels out there. So I know I'm playing modest here, but that's just kind of my personality. I guess to answer that question is, the first thing is you shouldn't try to become big on YouTube. I mean, you can tell... Oh, careful, sheep or Wolfie or whatever that was. That was Wolfie. Oh, he's hurting. He took a rather mighty spill back there. All right, let's get him seated, and boop, and boop. There we go. So yeah, you can tell very quickly, you have a bullshit-o-meter. You can tell when people are trying too hard, and that is a surefire way not to become, successful at doing the YouTube thing. And I'm sure there are some exclusions to that rule. There might be some really big YouTube channels who you can tell are really milking it or trying really hard, and for whatever reason they God, so much for feeding Wolfie. They remain popular and things like that. But you can tell quite easily, even though it's just our voices you're listening to, you can sift between the bull crap and the true personalities out there. So yeah, so you can't try to become big. I never set out and said, I'm going to become big at YouTube. I was simply inspired by other Let's Play video game players that I was watching. I'm like, that sounds like fun. I could do that just for fun as a hobby. I didn't even consider becoming a partner or doing anything of regularity. So, if you have fun while you do it, if you're not concerned about becoming big or popular, and you can just concentrate on having fun and enjoying what you're doing, then that ends up making better content. And that brings me to my next point: make good content. You're not going to make many friends if your content isn't of the best quality, and you're just going around complaining, why am I not big enough? How come nobody's following me? Why don't I have so many subscribers? That's not the way to do it. You have to have a good product to sell. Oop, spoiler. You have to have a good product to sell, and then people will show up and buy it, There's a little bit of marketing beyond that. It helps to be available in the social networks, Twitter, Facebook, and stuff like that. If you think you're starting to grow a little bit of a fan base, it's good to keep connected with them and keep them involved. But the thing that's going to get the fans there in the first place is quality content. And that's like the easiest, thing to say, but it takes effort and time to make that good content, so you really can't take any shortcuts towards that. And also, and this is kind of just my own observation, it kind of helps to have some maturity about the whole thing, and I'm saying this as an observation. Look at all of the major YouTube Let's Players. I'm kind of concentrating on Let's Players. I'm not looking at like vloggers or other type of YouTube channels out there. look at all the main ones, at least the main ones that I'm frequently interacting with, or I'm frequently subscribed to and watching videos myself. We're all a little bit older than our target demographic. I know the majority of and I know pretty much everybody's subscriber base and viewership are, you know, teenagers between the ages of 15, 17, you know, stuff like that, which makes sense. It's kind of the demographic for video games and things. But when you look at the actual people making the videos, like myself, Etho, Good, BOO, I mean, even C-Nanners, Total Biscuit, Paul Soares Jr., the Yogscast, we're all a lot older than our fan base. We're in our mid-20s, late 20s, you know, in our 30s. So I think while there are, before you guys start commenting and saying, oh, what about this guy? What about this guy? This guy is this age. I know there's exceptions to the rule, but they're very far and few between. So I think I don't know what, I haven't like examined the psychology of why we're this age and how we're successful at YouTube because of it, but I think it has something to do with maturity. Certainly we have more steady schedules. We're not in school or you know, working part-time jobs and stuff like that as you would if you're a younger person generally. So it's a combination of all that stuff, and I guess even having probably gone through college and having steady jobs for 5-10 years or more, we're kind of used to and we're familiar with kind of the marketing aspects of things. I mean, if you look at people like Good or Paul Soares Jr., they were in the web kind of, they had their own businesses where they were in the web and they understood marketing and kind of the best practices for doing things online and things like that. So I think a lot of that just comes with age and experience. Like I said, there's exceptions to this rule, of course, but you kind of have to consider that. I'm not saying that you know, anybody under 18 can't be popular or can't have a good content up on YouTube. I'm just saying that it's a trend I've noticed. Certainly something worth considering. I think younger people probably have better things to worry about than, or more pressing things, I should say, more pressing things to worry about than managing a large YouTube community. So, you know, it's no big problem if you maybe just want to upload one video a week, and, you know, the rest of that time you got to dedicate to school and homework or work or things like that. So that's just something I've noticed. It's certainly not a requirement. It's certainly not a rule, but an observation, if you will. Where am I going over here? It's a little bit of a dangerous ledge. Gotta watch out for these cactuses too. Wolfie likes to sink his face into them. So yeah, I think that kind of sums up that answer. Similar question that a lot of us always get is, we'll get, you know, mostly these in our inboxes, our personal message inboxes, is, you know, people asking, can you look at my channel or my videos? Can you tell me what I'm doing wrong or give me advice? Or even, you know, can you subscribe to my channel and refer some of your subscribers to my channel and blah, 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 blah. We get that a lot, and this is the part where I'm going to sound a little bit like a jerk, just because that constitutes as spam. Plain and simple, and in general on YouTube that is frowned upon, and just in any community, you know, going to people and kind of trying to do the, you know, at its worst it's that sub for sub thing, box for box type of thing, and at anything it's just, you know, unsolicited, hey, look at my channel and refer your followers to my channel. That's just bad manners, and if anything, that's just going to give you a bad reputation. I personally never did that. I never went to anybody and said, hey, look at my channel, hey, look at my videos. I never... Careful, Wolfie. Oh god, he's going to jump off there, isn't he? Let's hope he spawns first. Gig. Oh, he made it. Alright, how about it? Where's his health at? That's pretty good. So yeah, I never did that. I mean, I know some of you probably came from referrals from other people. I never asked those people for referrals. I know people like Ant Venom. He just found my channel because he did videos on the far lands and ended up finding my channel and liking my content. Once again, going back to having good content. And then he started referring some of his followers. Same thing goes for Gavin from the Slow-Mo guys. I had no idea he was a fan of my channel until he I think he probably liked or linked one of my videos on his channel, and that went out of the blue, and of course I ended up having both those guys on the Far Lands or Bust live stream as guests. So it's best to leave that stuff, to let your content speak for itself, and like I said, people will find your channel. Maybe somebody a little bit more popular will find your channel and link you, and then that's how kind of things get rolling. So it's just in poor form to be asking for favors of people, perfect strangers, almost trying to leech off of their popularity to get your channel up higher. Boop, boop, boop. This is going to be a 3-day expedition. Let's do this and that, and crap, I didn't make a bed. Way to go. Let me do that. Oh, I fell. Oh, I need to cut down a tree. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Boop. And let's sleep. And awakeness. And breaking the workbenchness. Don't want to punch you, Wolfie. Oh, almost did. Let's grab a tree here. I do have a pickaxe, or an axe. An axe. Boop, 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 boop. That was pretty good. Oh, I do not want a sampling. Sampling or a sapling? I'll probably need more than that, so let me chop down this tree. Hey! Get out of my way! Get out of my face! And there we go. That's good. We'll continue on. Another question, kind of similar to that, is, and why I'm kind of saying that I'm sorry if I'm sounding kind of obtuse about this, but and blunt, but that's just the way I feel like I have to respond. Sometimes when I do respond like that, people say, you know, I'm a small channel. Why can't you help a small channel out? You know, you were once a small channel once. Yes, I was, but once again, I didn't ask for anybody else's help. Why can't you help small channels out? And I'm going to say, and this is going to sound like a jerky thing to say, out of character for myself, but a lot of small channels remain small channels because they suck. There's no two ways about it. You know, if you don't have the good content to back up your what you want for subscribers, then you're not going to get them. So yeah, I mean, that's just the plain and simple. There's so many channels out there started every day by people. Some of them have success. Some small channels don't want to be successful and they're just doing it as a hobby. That's fine. But of course, generally those are the people who have good content because they're just doing it for fun. So it's kind of a double-edged kind of sword there. Catch-22, where that's a pretty good vein of iron. I'll take it. How come I can never find surface iron in ultra hardcore? That I don't think that's ever happened, actually. Well, I take that back. I think I have, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's no two ways about it. That's kind of just the truth of the matter. I mean, there are some good small quote-unquote channels out there, and just to prove a point, and I was planning on doing this anyway, but this is a good video to do it in. There are actually a couple small channels that I kind of have viewed their videos. Just I've organically found them. Either they're fans of Far Lands or Bust or KurtJMac channel, third person of my channel. Oh, this is kind of dark. You know, they've replied to me on Twitter or something, and then I just am curious, so I see that they have a channel, and I find them, and I like their content. And of course, they didn't ask me to refer them. They didn't ask for a link or, you know, to me to like their channels, and I'm just going to do it because they have good content, and it's something I feel like my subscribers would be interested in. So, first of all, just as an example, there's someone whose channel is called Adventuring with Meech, and I found him because he's doing his first Let's Play series in Driver Parallel Lines, which was the Driver game that came out before Driver San Francisco. He linked to my channel in his first video and said that me doing Driver San Francisco was an inspiration for him to start his Let's Play series, which is cool. Oop, that's a cliff. Don't want to go that way. You know, the thing that caught me about his channel, I guess I can be particular, is he's got really good quality in terms of the video quality and the audio. I am lost in this mess of a thing here. Oh, God! Oh, damn it. Careful, Wolfie. Send a rope. That's pretty funny. Where's he at? He's probably just going to teleport. Yep. Yeah, you don't have to fall to your doom. So yeah, the thing that caught me about his videos is that he's got good quality. You know, his aspect ratio of his video is high. He's got a good game audio to his voice audio volume, which is always important. And yeah, I mean, that's another thing. If you want to ask how do you make a good video, you gotta get your technical abilities down pat, you know, and then, you know, from there, once you have that figured out, is where your personality or your commentary style can take focus. You know, nobody's going to pay attention to how good you are at a commentator if your video is like really crappy and got a big black border around it, or we can't hear you speak and things like that. So that's the thing that caught me about adventuring with Meech. And so yeah, if you want to, you can check out his channel, say hello. I've already, if you watch my channel feed, I've already liked and commented on his first video. You know, to let him know I think he's doing a good job. And that's another way you can see, if you want to see the people I'm supporting. I know I'm not doing like the YouTube features anymore. I used to do that, but then I started getting a bunch of messages of people, oh, can I be your YouTube feature? Can I be your YouTube feature? But yeah, if you watch my YouTube feed, other than just my uploads, it posts every video that I like or comment or favorite on there, so that's a good way you can see who I'm watching. So yeah, you can check that out. And then alternately, in a completely different left field, a YouTube channel, Bizarre Jelly 5. This is a girl named Ebbie who reviews anime shows. Now, you guys know that I am not at all interested. There's nothing wrong, let me say that out first. There's nothing wrong with anime, but it's not my cup of tea. I don't watch anime, so I'm not in particularly watching her videos, but I just noticed that she's a fan of Far Lands or Busts. I think I found her on Twitter. She mentioned something or other about the Ultra Hardcore series, and I saw that she had a YouTube channel, so I checked it out. And this is somebody who clearly knows her stuff about anime, although I don't know if you should be listening to me. I know nothing about it, but and she definitely, you know, knows what she's doing. She's a good speaker. This is kind of, she does it in front of the camera, like vlog style, where she reviews different, I guess, anime series or episodes. She's uploading very frequently videos, you know, every other day or so, it looks like. And the thing that I think stuck out with her is that she clearly has a passion for this stuff. This is clearly a thing that she spends a lot of time and really enjoys, both, you know, watching anime and the whole culture with that, but also talking about and reviewing and interacting with people online about it. So definitely, and I've mentioned this before, having a passion or enjoying the thing that you're doing will help up the quality and get people interested. I think her videos are fine too. I think she, you know, can work on, you know, some of her video quality and maybe the lighting, which is always almost glitched right through that block. It's always an issue with doing, you know, real life IRL videos, is getting lighting set up and stuff like that. But there's another channel that isn't even Let's Plays, but that's something that I just saw, and that's the sort of thing that gets my attention. Not people spamming my inbox asking for me to refer them. It's just organically, out of chance, finding somebody and saying, hey, this person seems to be doing a good job, so I'll like one of their videos or comment on one of their videos or something like that. So that's, I think, a very long answer to that question. I gotta start wrapping this up here. Now this is kind of a little bit more specific, but everybody on the Mindcrack server gets a ton of messages, especially Good, obviously, because it's his server, but everybody always asks, can I get on the Mindcrack server? How do I get on the Mindcrack server? Please invite me to the Mindcrack server. I have a channel with this many subscribers, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Well, first of all, I have no control over that. Like I said, it's Good's server, but I'm going to let you in on a little industry mindcrack secret. Good does not like it when people ask to be on his server. Most of the people on that server were invited by him or referred by other people on the server already. So no matter how many followers you have, if you start asking him in his inbox or spamming him elsewhere, asking to be on the server, he's not going to invite you just based on the fact that you've asked so many times. So certainly that isn't a way, and you know, like I said, the people who are on there now and the more recent people like Zistu and Pyropuncher and Anderzel, they were all referrals. They were already friends with other people already on the Mindcrack server, and you know, somebody you know went along. I know Vintage Beef, I think, knew Anderzel, and I think B00 knew Pyropuncher. So yeah, it's kind of more on an invite system. I got invited. I never asked Good. I'd been talking to Good before, and he was a guest on the Far Lands or Bust marathon last year, and you know, I enjoy his content, so I let him know that, and you know, I'd been talking with B00 and stuff, and then all of a sudden he invited me to the Mindcrack server. I never asked him to be on the Mindcrack server. I was a little bit hesitant, actually, after he asked me, because you know, the multiplayer and the building isn't really my thing, but that worked out, I guess. So yeah, that's an answer to that. Yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up. One final question as I'm building the hidey hole here. I will do it, yeah, over here. That I get is technical questions, whether or not they be, oh, I can't get Kerbal Space Program to run, or Wolfie, get over here on the land, please. Ugh, killing me, Smalls. Come on, come on. Nope. All right. Well, I guess you're just gonna swim there forever. Either technical or technical questions about a particular video game or a system, or more frequently, oop, crap. I'm ruining this hidey hole. Boop. All right, have fun, Wolfie. All right, there you are. Oh, that's actually kind of dangerous. I might hit you as I come out. There. But more likely I get, oh, how do you record your videos, or how can I improve my quality of my videos, etc., etc. I'm probably not going to answer that for you. I know in my 10% video I did kind of an over-the-shoulder view of how I record and produce a Far Lands or Bust episode. You can refer to that. It's by no means a how-to or a step-by-step. The way I figured it out was just looking it up online and figuring, trial and error, figuring it out myself. Obviously it takes time and some upfront money. You should buy yourself, like I said, a copy of Fraps or any other sort of screen recording software. If you're looking at quality video, you should look at a quality video editing program like Vegas or something else like that. So there's a little bit of an upfront cost and also an upfront learning curve that you know, I simply don't have time to sit down with everybody and tell them about, and I didn't sit down with anybody for them to tell me about. I've gotten tips and tricks here and there from people later on, but it's not like unsolicited. So I would say there's plenty of guides online that can probably explain it better than I can. And yeah, that's really what it comes down to, is just trial and error and having some know-how and you know, teaching yourself how to do these things. Oh, that was a whole bunch to talk about. Yeah. So I hope this was an enjoyable video. I hope this answered some frequently asked questions. I might even post this video or a link to this video up on my website, farlandsorbust.com, in the frequently asked questions section. But yeah, and let me know in the comments your opinions about this, negative or positive. I appreciate all of them. You can click like, which always helps the channel and the video, and you can keep going to farlandsorbust.com to contribute to our Child's Play charity fundraiser. I'd really appreciate that, and I appreciate the continued contributions thus far. I swear I will get to this 20% video as soon as possible. Please bear with me. Indeed, my throat is sore and dry from talking so much. I will hopefully get this video up today, Sunday, or Monday morning, who knows, but yeah, Certainly, thanks for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.